what I was going to ask you about. In what you do now, being a gossip, would you call yourself a gossip
Yeah, I love it.
columnist?
Yeah, I'm a gossip columnist.
So how do you know when too much is too much, or that you have a story that if you break this is going to change your career?
Yeah, my career's pretty good. So I like my piece of the pie. So if I was more ambitious, I could be Perez Hilton, or I could be bigger than I am. I could be the Cindy Adams. But, you know, that comes with a lot of baggage and responsibility. And so I think I have a really good balance where I have a great private life, my own life, which I'm very, very protective about. Yeah. Ironically, for somebody who talks about everybody else, I don't talk about my own life very, very much. But there are things that I don't touch. Like I don't do health crisis. I knew somebody had cancer and I knew they were in a really bad shape and somebody else broke it. And I wasn't jealous. It's not my story. Right. I don't do children's stories. If there's something going on for your kids, I don't out people. I don't, I've known about gay celebrities and I don't do that, and it could potentially it'd get me more hits, more people would click it. You know, I've called my column and my business Naughty But Nice. And that's who it really is. I am cheeky. I love a good laugh, but I'm not a mean guy. I will pinch you, but I won't punch you. I don't punch. But I don't do that by nature. It's nothing that I have to pretend to be. I'm a nice guy, but I'm naughty. Right. I'm cheeky. I do like naughtiness. It makes me giggle.
Like you love the juiciness.
I love it. Yeah. And it's the hardest thing to do, Rachel. It's very easy to be mean and interesting. Right. It's very easy to say hateful, horrible things and have 1 million people read your column. It's very easole to be really nice and really boring. Right. But to be naughty but nice, to be interesting but not a complete a-hole. Yeah. That is difficult. It is difficult. For me, it's not what I report, it's how I report it. And the tone. That's what's so important to me. The tone of it is cheeky.
Because the people that are listening, I know when I've listened to some of your stuff, I sit there and giggle.
It's ridiculous.
Just between us, and we're like, oh my God.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah. I whisper. Yeah. I don't like talking about sex. I'm a real prude in my personal. I don't like it. And so we talk about private parts or bits and pieces, and we don't. It makes me giggle. I'm in the friendship business.
Yeah. So what do you back when I first met you, it was different because there wasn't as much or any social media as there is
Rachel,
now.
we didn't have cell phones.
So that's right. So we had Blackberry. Yeah, but I don't think you could take a picture.
Yeah, Paris Hilton was with her sidekick.
Yeah, I don't recall ever taking pictures with the phone. I don't think you could. And it wasn't this big texting thing that it is now. And there was no social media. So my question is, what do you think of all these people who are now content creators who sit at their homes and are making a bigger living than people that have gone to college for this and or real reporters and know about, listen, my first job was at Bloomberg. That's right. You had to be first, but you had to be factual and you had to know what the hell you were talking about, and you had to have at least 2 sources. Right. And you had to protect the sources. Now people are out there in their living rooms, that have never done anything in their lives, and they're like, well, let me just tell you about Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, and they talk with such authority. Right. And it's insane because they're just regurgitating stuff, but they're making money off of it.
Yeah, I have different feelings about it, mixed feelings. Part of me is I love entrepreneurs. I love people that hustle. I was not born a rich kid, so to make your own money and to sort of pave your own way is really inspiring. However, we're seeing a lot of news outlets, including E-News, a lot of the entertainment outlets are just going to go out of business because there's nothing they can say that is as interesting as a blogger sitting at home making stuff up.
And they can't say it as fast.
Well, they can't say it as fast, and they've got to go through filters of legal, through publicists, through managers, through celebrities. And so once you see those filters, and then the delay, we've got to wait till 9 o'clock tonight or 7 o'clock tonight to say it, it's pretty much irrelevant. However, there has to be a place for truth. My reporting's accurate. Right. I am really good at this. I know every gossipy hair and makeup person in the world. That's where you get the good gossip from.
Right, that is true.
They always be nice to hair and makeup. They know everything. I was in the green room of a morning show and there was a celebrity being a little bit difficult to the makeup person. I just winked at the makeup person. I was like, I gotcha. Because they know everything. Right. And so... it's hard, Rachel. I sit there and I scroll through TikTok and I get And I do this for a living.
Right.
And I get fooled. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe
right.
it. And then I'm like, that didn't happen.
Right.
It just did not happen.
Right.
And so like, it's complicated. I think you should find somebody who you trust, who you enjoy listening to, and follow them.
Right.
Don't reward people who are just making stuff up, because that's cheating. It's like somebody that cheated at the test.
Yeah, it really is.
I paid my dues. I tell people who want to be me, young people that want a profession like mine, I'm saying get a job at a legitimate outlet, at least for a year, for a couple of years, and learn the rules before you learn how to break them.
Right.
Like just learn the rules.
Right.
And, you got to be right.
Right. It's so true. And by the way, I love having that in my background.
Yeah.
I love having that I had people older than me that have been doing it for 30 plus years telling me what was right, what was wrong, correcting, editing, saying, you can't go with this. Where are you hearing this?
Right.
Who said this? That's hearsay. You have to get it right from their mouth. The other thing that's interesting is that these content creators are becoming famous in their own right.
That's
and
right.
But they're getting interviews on their podcast or whatever it is now that they have with celebrities that, networks are wanting interviews.
Yeah, I hate the expression "fake it till you make it," but they do. Yeah. It works. It does work. That's the irony here, is that we can sit around and be like, "Oh, it's terrible," but it works.
It does work.
Like, it does work, and so it's a very, very complicated place we're in. But I think find people that get it right and people that you enjoy, and reward those, and don't reward the others. But you got to do the work.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts. There's not like. You got to do the work. For me to be mildly entertaining for 10 minutes takes 10 hours of
research.
Work. Yeah. Of just work.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Okay. So how do you come up with your stuff? Do you recycle you look at all the things?
No, it's all exclusive. So I started this Substack. And
what is Substack?
Substack is basically a platform that you can go on. A lot of writers are on it now. Tina Brown. So a lot of writers that were in traditional media.
You have to sign up for it.
You sign up and you get a newsletter every day. It's basically a newsletter. So you sign in. It's Rob Shooter on Substack. You put in your email, and that's all you do. So you sign in by putting in your email, and then you get an email from me, a newsletter, once, twice a day.
And you have to sit down and write something?
I do a newsletter 3 times a day. I have a team, so it's not just me. So it's a little office that we have.
About gossip? Or are you going to be like, I went to lunch with Rachel?
No, short items. It's never about me. What you said a minute ago, if I can pick up on, a lot of people get into this not to be good reporters or good gossip columnists, but to become famous.
Right.
And it's not about me.
Right.
It's not story. You don't care where I went for lunch. You don't care what shoes I'm wearing.
Right.
It's never about me. And this is the mistake that so many people get into on television or in the news business. They become the story. And this sounds crazy because I'm sitting here with you, but I'm quite shy about all this. Like, I'm not a natural show pony. Right. I like telling other people's stories. I don't really like telling mine. So you're not going to
ever do a post on your Instagram? Let me tell you what I put on my face before I go to
Unless
sleep.
you pay me a lot of money to do. No, I don't do it.
Okay.
I don't do it. I don't do my shoes. And I turn down a lot of interviews. If we weren't friends, I probably wouldn't be doing this one here. Right. I do interviews. I was on Nancy Grace this morning talking about Diddy. I was on CNN last night or a couple of weeks ago talking about different celebrities. I go on TV to talk about other people.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to talking about myself, I don't really do them. This is the rare exception. And so that's the tricky part of this, is for me, it's not about me. So with Substack, I do a newsletter twice a day, and it's 3 exclusive, really short stories, but just breaking news, something I've heard. Like on the way here, I got a text from a friend of mine who's very, very high up at NBC Comcast. Mm-hmm. They're spinning off E. So Comcast, NBC, they own Bravo, they own E, they own CNBC.
Okay.
They're spinning off some of the companies.
Okay.
And so I got a tip today that Kris Jenner is looking to buy E.
Right.
Now, E for the Kardashians, like it's just delicious. I banged that out in 20 minutes. I fact-checked it, but it's not a 1,000-word story.
Right.
It's 200 words. So I can do it on my iPhone.
It's just kind of like the headline.
Yeah, it's the headline and 200 words and some great quotes from a great source. And now that's entered the conversation.
Right.
And so I do this. Katy Perry, is she dating Justin Trudeau? So she was spotted having dinner.
Is Justin single?
Yes, he is. Broke up with his wife.
So they would be a great couple.
They'd be a great couple. But his people, I spoke to people around him, and they were like, he went for dinner. She's playing Montreal.
Yeah.
He wanted to see the show. She invited him for dinner. He didn't invite her.
Right.
He went for dinner with her, and I think he paid. I asked him. I love to know who paid.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of money. Right. But I wanted to know who paid. I think he picked up the check, and they were like, if they're dating, he does not know. Now, I heard the dinner was great.
Right.
But that's how dating starts.
Of course.
On your first date,
first.
you don't say like, because you're famous. If you went on a date with somebody, I'd take a photograph and foolish press that didn't really know you would be like, Rachel, you could tell dating.
Right.
I wouldn't.
No.
I'd call you or I'd call a source close to you and you'd be like, she had a nice time.
Right.
There's going to be a second date.
Right.
There's
There
gonna
may be, there may not be, but...
And so like nobody just dates after appetizers.
Totally.
And like they get to dessert and even then you don't know if you're dating. Right. I've got friends who've been on dates with guys 6 weeks and the guy ain't so sure it's a date.
Exactly. So it could be 6 months. They don't know if it's a date. Yeah.
so I have a story today about Katy Perry, and it's very much that she's gung ho. She's smitten. He's very handsome. He's charming, and he's like, I like her.
Yeah. How could he not like
How could he not? So they're not dating yet.
Okay, good. Well, I hope that they are. That's what I would hope.
Yeah, I did. But this is the type of gossip that I give you each day. So each day, it's just these headlines and a really short story.
Right.
If you can't read my newsletter in 5 minutes or less, then I've messed up. Because I'm not 60 minutes.
Right. No,
Don't you find that too? Some people, when they get successful, they become really pompous.
Yes, of course.
Just shut up. Just tell.
Right. Just tell the story.
Tell us.
Okay, I have a bunch of things I want to ask you about then. Okay. What are your thoughts on Brigitte Macron?
I think she's tough. I think she's smart. He's wildly in love with her. The rumors of her being a man are absolutely not true, and you will be sued. Like, she's got a lawsuit about that coming forward. I haven't met her, but I'm told she's smart. You know, but the thing is, people have issues when a man's dating an older woman.
Yeah, but what is it with women, not just people in general, wanting to take a powerful woman and say that she's a man? Remember when they did this with Michelle Obama?
Because it takes away your femininity, and they can't believe. Some people, they can't believe you're a powerful woman without a penis, and it's really sexist. Like, why can't she be powerful and strong and him be submissive? Why can't
But
they?
it's coming from Candace Owens.
It is coming from Candace Owens.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, but that's the truth of this. I've learned in life that in my business, the people that are the cruelest to powerful women are women.
Yeah,
women
well,
don't.
that's true.
Yeah, men support men, and gay boys support gay guys. Like, there is a gay mafia. I'm lucky enough to be on the outer circle of it.
Right.
But women don't have a women mafia.
No,
they're not that kind. Your life, Rachel. Have women helped you, or have men?
No, I don't. I'm very. I have a very small circle.
Yeah.
And very few women in them.
It's very few
to
women.
be honest. And it's sad. But, I have very close men, gay men, regular men, straight men. But I just identify with men too better because I don't speak in what I call meta messages. Like when I say the grass is green or whatever, I said the grass is green. And people are like, well, you may have meant this and that and the other thing. I'm like, no. So, and that's what women tend to do. They say something and they mean 150 other things. I don't do that. I don't like to gossip. I don't like it when I go to dinners with a bunch of women and all they do is want to gossip about people because it's people that they don't know. And by the way, I probably know those people. And so I'm like, I don't want to gossip about something you read in a magazine. And then if it's like gossiping about someone who's like a mom in our school, I don't really want to do that either because people have done that to me where they've talked about me and I don't want to be that person. So I try and change that dynamic and like not all women are okay with changing it. They want to just talk shit about other people.
Yes, support women.
And it's not always women against women, but it's
a trend. You notice it. Like I've noticed it when sources call me. You feel them out. You want to know their agenda. Nobody tells you a story for nothing. They tell you a story because they want to promote somebody or they dislike somebody. Remember?
Exactly.
Hate is more powerful than love. And so I hate to admit that. It's an awful thing to say. But the reason people tell me stuff is often because of jealousy.
Yeah.
Because they don't like it.
Because they want that story to come out.
They want to stab that person. And most of those calls are made by women.
Right. So